And we live.
Yeah, we in the studio, yeah, we in the studio, we in the studio, the studio, we in the studio, yeah, we in the studio, we in the studio, the studio. You know what we doing, supporting indie artists. Yeah. DJ Shad, Mr. Catch Ray, got the cup of Henny charging. Out the margin with the topic of discussion. Money talk, we hear the fuss, and then they keep the special guests coming. Shad got the mute button, Chris got the drop. In the studio, they get it out the pot. Yeah. They play the videos, let them know how to knock. What up? #1 podcast, 2 kings, they claim the top spot. Take it to the next stop, get your merch at the rec shop. Swerving all lanes, got no time for the rest stop. No vest needed, intellectual bullet. Get your head shot. From Spanish braids to dreadlocks, we here for the people. Did it from vinyls with needle. Can't play hard if you kegels. Looking for my ring like I'm Schmeagol. Here for the bread like a seagull. Warring for the flow, it's illegal. Everything out the vein, let it bleed through. Checking when you coming, cause we see you. We in the studio, yeah, we in the studio. We in the studio, the studio. We in the studio, yeah, we in the studio. We in the studio, the studio. We in the studio, yeah, we in the studio. We in the studio, the studio. We in the studio, yeah, we in the studio. We in the studio.
Everybody needs to tune in to In the Studio with the RecBoys.
I'm in the studio with RecBoys. You should be in the studio with RecBoys.
The RecBoys. RecBoys. Man, RecBoys.
RecBoys. I'm tapping with my guys, the RecBoys. You should tap in too.
In the studio.
RecBoys. What's shaking, my peoples? You already know what it is. DJ RecBoy Shad.
Mr. Catch Rec.
And we are the RecBoys, and this is In the Studio. Happy Hump Day. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. We got a dope show lined up for you. You know, not only do we have a dope show lined up for you, but we are also streaming live 10 p.m. At the Tattoo Shop Radio, powered by Zeno FM, excuse me on that one. But that's dope. I'm super excited about that. And Chris, what else we got?
Tonight you can also catch us 10 p.m. the Culture Shock Radio Show out there in Canada. So salute to them. Appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Rocking with us. But tonight, I'm excited about tonight though.
Not only that, no, I'm excited about tonight too. Like, Sun came in ready. I'm hyped, you know. We always have a good time when we got Doc-ish in the building. But for you guys who are tuned in at Finally TV, thank you guys for checking us out. You know, we appreciate the love. You know, we got something from Gabe real quick.
Man, what's this? In the studio with the RecBoys on Finally TV. Go ahead and grab their merch everywhere. Check out their page, In the Studio with the RecBoys. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Check them out, like, follow, subscribe. Y'all enjoy the rest of the show.
That's right. Shout out to Gabe and the good people over at Finally TV. He's also rocking with the Tattoo Shop Radio.
Right. You catch them Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. I believe it is. Also Monday nights, tune in to In the Field Radio, Tattoo,
yeah, that's right.
Talk Radio. You know what I mean. Also, Culture Shock Radio. You know what I mean. Salute to all of them. Salute to the Village. Salute to Senior G. You ready know?
Salute to Bunky. Bunky's a part of that establishment too now. So, you know, it's dope that I see our fellow podcasters and, you know, hosts spreading their wings, you know, starting this conglomerate, doing big things, you know, international, you know, out of states. Shout out to JL Royal too, because JL Royal also has a podcast. You know, and Mandy's in the building. Mandy is also starting a podcast. So shout out to my peoples that are out there doing their 1-2, you know, spreading their wings, trying to do different things. And we wish you guys nothing but the best, you know, success. If you need some help, hit us up, you know. But this is In the Studio with the RecBoys, and, you know, let's get into the In the Studio shit.
Doc-ish, what's good?
What's going on, brothers? How's
feeling,
everybody?
Man?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good.
I'm good. It's Wednesday, you know. So,
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed or if you was paying attention to the intro, but you were in the intro. Did you see from the last interview? There was a clip of you in the intro.
Yo, you know what's funny was I didn't know what hat to go with, and I was honestly really thinking about wearing the LA hat because I figured I wore the New York hat last time. And when I saw the intro, I saw the LA hat, so I was glad that I went with a totally different hat.
Nice. It's funny because I had on a Scully. Speaking of hats, I had on a Scully, and I seen Chris with his hat on. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put the hat to the back. Focus up. And then this nigga takes off his hat. What's up? Yeah, now you know.
Yo, listen, I'm on my Yankee shit all day though. Like,
okay. Well, Philadelphia is undefeated.
Yeah, I couldn't.
That's
I
how
got a nice little lineup, so I had to show the lineup off. But Doc, what's good with you, man? It's been a minute since we chopped it up.
Man, when was the last time we talked? How long has it been? So
it had to be about 2 years.
Yeah,
got to be about 2 years.
Yeah, a lot has happened in 2 years. It was before COVID, right?
Right.
Was it before COVID?
No.
Was it during?
I think it was during COVID.
I think it was the second year of COVID.
Yeah, I think we were trying to wrap it up. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's crazy because, a lot of things have changed. And it's, there's so much going on, man. There's so much to talk about, you know what I mean? Which is exciting. But it's challenging too because it's just there's so many, like my daughter, she got COVID on the 4th. I got sick on the 5th, you know what I mean, of October. So I'm just recouping now. I never tested positive at all for COVID, but I got all the symptoms for it, and my daughter didn't. She just got the sniffles. So.
Oh damn!
Yeah, no, it'd be like that. It's weird, man. It's weird how that goes around, and how different people react to it. But what's happening, dude? Like, yo, dude, I know you got some stories for me. I know you got something for me. Chris wants to get into his technical questions. I'm trying to jump right in before Chris do all of that. I'm trying to jump in to the juicy stuff. What's been going on?
It's a lot. One of the new things that I jumped into this year was sample packs. So I started the Choose Your Weapon sample pack. So basically, I've been doing a lot of creating composition type work where I'll create like a minute or 2 minutes of just what we would normally sample, and then I'll create different loops, or I'll create compositions for producers to take it and then create their own chop up loop. You know what I mean? And then I've been using a lot of like drums. Dude's been after me for the drums. So I started releasing a lot of drum kits from stuff I did for Eminem and M.O.P. and Joe Budden, and just different drums, different, like Is It a Dream, and like certain drums, certain songs that people wanted that have always asked me for. I don't know why I didn't do this like years ago, but
there's a bag in that, dude, and it's crazy.
I'm telling you,
listen, I've never really thought about doing it because I always thought it was like a bigger process than what it was.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, there's a lot of bags in that, and people buy. I'm talking about like it'd be like 50,000 of those sample packs, and I mean they work. I got a question with the sample packs.
Wait, hold on real quick, because Kanye said something similar to this shit where he was talking about he was after that sound that Justin Bieber had, and he couldn't get it. He went to Swiss. He went to different producers, couldn't get it. Finally, he went to Timbaland, because Timbaland made the beat for Justin.
Right.
He's ill. Can you make me something like this? He's like, Timbaland did it in like 2 minutes, got up and jumped around and said, that's why you need to come to me, because nobody can make what the fuck I make. And that's kind of like what you're doing. No, they want those sounds. They can't get those sounds, and you chop it up. You put in all the footwork for them, basically, and then you presented it to them so they could do something with it.
Because like, you know what's funny? Think about DJ Clue's first album, right? The Professional. When I forget the name of the song, but the song that had Nature on it.
Okay, all right.
It was
all
like
right.
track 4. I forget that. I'm bad with titles, but I remember when that snare hit, I was like, ugh. I was like, I need that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what's crazy is that, you know, I've always been a beat head. Like I've always been a beat junkie. So like even coming up, I love listening to other producers. I love giving props to other producers. I love giving, um, you know, I just like the beat always catches me. Like when I listen to Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z, anybody, you know, coming up, the beat got to grab me first. You know what I mean? Before
Right.
I even get into the lyrics. Um, so it's crazy because years ago, nobody was doing that. Nobody was giving secrets away. You know, like they had their sauce, and it was like grandma sauce that nobody's ever gonna, you know, figure out how to cook up. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's a family tradition. You're not getting that. That's how producers were coming up with this new age, with this new wave. It's so crazy because it's like people share techniques, people share sounds, and so it was like I was partly stuck in the timeline I grew up with, like the producers I grew up with. And so I was just like, you know what? Like I like helping people out. I run youth programs. Let me help producers out. You know what I mean? Let me, because I've been that kid where I was looking for that snare, I was looking for that kick, and I couldn't get it because I tell you, man, like we could all take the same snare and tweak it, gate it, you know, just change it up. You know what I mean? Change it up so many different ways. That you know, that's what sound designing really is. You know what I mean? That you're not gonna find it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the thing about it is that it's funny when you sit there and you take the raw, you know, it's like taking raw meat, you know what I mean, before you cook it up. Like how you gonna cook it up? You gonna fry it? You gonna grill
Right.
it? You
Seasoning
know
it.
you're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, no,
season it. You're
all
gonna
of that. Yeah.
saute. How you gonna do it? So that's how sounds are for music. So like, you know, years ago I had a lot of people approaching me for stems and like, yo, you know, well, you know, let's do this, let's do that, you know, and I don't know why I never did. Like I just honestly, I never did it. But now, not only has it helped me like organize my own shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
Now
right,
it's
right.
like,
No, no,
now it's
absolutely.
like I'm like, okay, I know what's now one. Here, let me go over here, click, boom, let me drop it down. So, because I still can't make beats like these dudes do, where they just like drag and drop. Like I have to, I like even still like
Tap
a
on
lot of
something.
times when I'm hands on with the MP, like I still want to pick up drumsticks or I still want to like play stuff out. Like I started playing the guitar, so I've been doing a lot of guitar stuff in a lot of my beats lately. Always was like fascinated by the guitar stuff, even you know as a kid in the '80s and stuff like that. But I never just took the time. I think with the pandemic, it slowed the world down. It actually helped me like catch up on things I wanted to do in life, like you know, learn guitar and
Interesting.
you know do like dude, I've pulled all the stuff I've made off the ASR 10 behind me and the SP, and I just started digging, and then that's when like the sample pack like really started to come alive because I knew in 2021 I wanted to put it together, and
Gotcha.
it took me till 2022 to finally like get past that, all the stuff that was in my way to finally sit down and say, okay, you know, let me do this. But it's time consuming. It
So
really
now
is. It.
I got a question. Let me ask you
What's up?
this. Let's say the Eminem joint you did, right?
Yep.
You take a snare out of there,
Yep.
and you go what you call it. That has nothing to do with the beat, right?
Right.
Because a lot of producers probably gonna be wondering that, like, yo, hold on, if I buy the sample pack, you know what I mean? It's am I gonna be involved in some type of copyright or some shit? That has nothing to do with the beat because they need to understand this is totally separate composition of what was originally made.
I mean, it would literally be almost impossible.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there's only one drums that I've ever known that needed sample clearance. And I bet
That's interesting.
I bet somebody on here could figure that out. I bet somebody on could that's tuning in, that's listening. If you guess this right, I'll send you a free sample pack right now.
Oh snap!
But there's one.
Producers.
There's only one really drum that like everybody knows that it has to be cleared.
I want the sample pack. It's probably James Brown. It's probably one of his beats.
Nope.
Oh,
Think about it. It's a song that everybody has heard. No matter what football game, basketball game, arena you've ever been in, they always play it.
The 90s boom.
Nope.
Somebody said it, but
nah, it's older.
Boom General. No. Damn, y'all better tag y'all producer friends. Y'all
get a free
give
pack.
it to y'all.
Yo, listen, and these packs ain't listen. It's different. Like
he's right. He's right. Whoever that is,
Queen.
He's right.
We will. Shit.
We will rock with you.
That's Bomber. That's Bomber the Monster. Yo, listen.
He's actually a dope artist
MC.
out of Pennsylvania.
Actually, he's right up. He's right up your alley. He's right up your alley.
Get his email. We will send him a sample pack.
Bet.
That's funny.
Yeah, but that's like that drum. I don't know why, because it's I mean, it's so simple, right? But for some reason, if it like it's you got to clear it.
That's crazy.
You have to, because it made the whole song. It made the whole record. You know what I mean?
That's fire. Bomber, hit me in the inbox so I could. He's right here. All right, I got you. I'll get you later. Put in my inbox though.
Yeah. He like send that now.
Nah, Bomber, you already know. Bomber, you already know.
Yeah, we got you. We got you. We'll definitely send that out.
That's definitely interesting. That's gonna be a question. I'm gonna add that to the trivia.
Real quick, just a little history. Just a little history with Bomber. He's a Eminem fanatic.
Okay.
Yeah,
so I don't know if you got any of those samples on this particular one you're gonna send him, but when you hear it, you might go nuts. Like,
no, I honestly I don't, because the first one I did was really mostly stuff that was off the SP and off the ASR. Gotcha. So like I'm digging back and I'm moving forward. So I'm starting all the way backwards and coming. So it's gonna be a lot of shit. Like I'm already on like volume 3 or 4, but like I've only put out volume 1. I haven't put out volume 2 yet, because Billy Danze and we were gonna put out volume 2 with a contest, and that just got sidebarred with everything that he was doing and everything I was working on too. We couldn't do everything all together.
Billy Danze is a bad motherfucker, because when we had him on the show, he's talking about, yo, dude, I just got all my acapellas, and I'm about to send all of those out to all the producers and remake the whole album.
Yeah, he did that.
I know, and it's fascinating that you say that that's what he did, and then you went back and got all of the stuff that you probably forgot about. I know there was so much work.
I forgot about so much shit.
I know there was so much work in there, and just to be able to put it back out, it's like starting all over again. And only producers who love making music know how that feels, to be that mindset back again. What is it like? Okay, if somebody gets a pack, right? And they go ahead and do whatever they do, how does that work as far as points and getting everything? Like,
well, there's really only two. I mean, there's probably more than 2 ways, but there's only 2 ways I know that like sample packs are really put out, and that's either A, they do 100% royalty free, where like, as soon as you get it, you do whatever you want with it, no clearance. And then what somebody taught me, who's huge in the sample pack game, the way he did it, he was like, nah, you gotta protect yourself. Like, you gotta have this and that. So what I did was I kind of backed up after I put out the first volume. And now, not with drums, but when it comes to like composition type pieces and vocals, because I have vocalists. I have my aunt singing on one. I got Shireen singing on another one.
Gotcha.
And so if you use it, you got to give credit to the vocalist. If you use it you have to get sample clearance from, from us. And, it's just like the OJs, it's just like the
Oh no, no,
Temptations,
no,
the Isley Brothers. So it works
no.
the same. It's easier. It's like an easier process because you're not like going to somebody and they're like, okay, I want 100,000 up front, and then I want 90% of your publishing. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you're not going. So that's the cool thing that I've learned, that with a lot of these producers that are doing these sample packs, that the clearance process is easy. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier. It's easier to negotiate and stuff like that. And if you're going to use it on a big record, that's like, because what's funny, what I learned was that a lot of these sample pack dudes, they get placements on big name records off of sample packs.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, like, how the hell is this? And then when they showed me how it works, I was like, this is crazy, because I'm over here making the whole beat. They're just emailing out sample loop packs,
And somebody else putting in the work.
Somebody else put it together, and they getting points, and they getting publishing and credit. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Yeah. I mean, the world is totally different now.
It's weird. It's weird how it's set up. Honestly, like, you know what I mean? It makes it almost so easy, and which is why it's so flooded the way it is right now. Yeah. Like it's so hard for an up and coming producer to break through, or artist to break through. Before it was hard, but it's really, really hard because it's saturated now. You had to know a motherfucker to know they actually rapped or they produced, or somebody in their neighborhood told you somewhere else. You know what I mean? Or be in like the little network. Because I don't know if you noticed, back in the day, I don't care what event you went to, if you were in the right crowd, you've seen the same people all the time at different events.
Yep, true, facts.
You know what I'm saying? And then she used to scare me because I used to get nervous. We pop up at the event, I'm like, yo, I seen him last time. I'm like, yo, Shot, remember he was there last time? He said, yeah. And then we go to a different event in a different state. Yo, you see him? He did. Yo, is he following us? Then we got to realize he's not the only one. I recognize a bunch of them from the last one. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Everybody in the same circle going to the same events.
And not even knowing. And that's the crazy part. And it goes back to what you're saying now. So we didn't want to share secrets and how we were getting to these events. We thought we was like kind of exclusive. And then come to find out it was a common person or somebody who linked it all together. You know
right.
That's fucking bananas. That's bananas. But what new project? Any new projects you working on right now?
I mean, there's a couple new projects that I'm working on. I mean, it's a like one of the like I'm doing a lot of personal stuff. So like the personal stuff is like the sample packs. Now I'm doing, for the first time ever, I'm doing online beat sales. So because
you haven't did that before, Doc?
Nah.
You never went to BeatStars and none of that shit?
Nah, you know what's funny is that Abe Batson, who owns BeatStars, is the one who signed me to Universal. So what's funny is that when Abe left Universal in Grooves, he was telling me about BeatStars, but everybody in my corner was like, "Nah, don't do that. Like that'll devalue your beats, right?" Mm-hmm. And what was crazy was what I learned long time ago, but like what I really started to learn during the pandemic was a lot of these online producers, they were getting like 80 grand a beat, and I was like, for what?
Yeah.
Like who they put? They got Grammys. Who they produce? Yeah. And what was crazy was they got because they got the right attorneys now for this stuff. But if an online producer is making X amount of money a month off of his or her beats, right? When he or she sells it exclusively, they're gonna lose that money for the next 10 years.
Right.
So they gotta accumulate all of that and put it in the pack. And so when I realized that, I was like, sign me up. You know what I mean? Let me, you know what I mean? Let me.
That's when it started to make sense. Like, wait a minute. Yeah.
Right. Because the thing about it is that honestly, the reason why I signed up was not because of that. The reason why I signed up was because I get people all the time that are like, yo, let me get a Doc-ish beat. Yo, how can I get a Doc-ish beat? Yo, how could da. It's been happening for years. And I'm like, well, this, my manager's like, well, this is the price. And they're like, oh, you know what I mean? And so I feel bad because throughout the years, there's been a lot of artists that that we've passed on, or there's been a lot of artists that I didn't get a chance to work with because of that. You know what I mean? Because of that roadblock. So, so what I did was I did sign up with BeatStars in September, just 2 months ago, and I'm starting to move my catalog online. So then that way I'm creating an online catalog available for the public, for everybody to have. So then that way I can help produce artists that with any budget can get a Doc-ish beat. You know what I'm saying? And if they're smart, then they'll sit there and say, hey, look, you know, what a lot of artists don't understand is that when it comes to marketing and you go to a publicist and you want a publicist to push your music, you got to have a known feature or a known producer for a publicist to really push it. And then what happens is for, like, you know, because what you were talking about was a lot of up and coming artists, how it's even harder. This could be easier because if you're able to go online and get a beat from a Grammy winning producer and sit there and say, okay, I want to push this to a publicist. Well, who do you got? I got Doc-ish that, you know, won a Grammy, Then they're going to push it because they're going to use that as the marketing tip.
Tool. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yo, dude, you're giving a lot of info out.
So it's crazy because it's like, it's not just buying beats online, but buying the right beats from the right producers that can help market and push your stuff. Because now that you're only buying higher quality beats, right? But you're also buying beats that
come with
publicists and radio know of, and right, you buying a brand, like it's like you putting on a pair of Nikes to borrow. You know what I mean?
Right. Absolutely.
Rather than like custom making your sneakers and saying, damn, why no one wants to wear my shit? I don't understand.
Mm-hmm. Right. No, dude,
that's crazy.
I never even thought about it like that because we started off at BeatStars. We were like one of the first people. BeatStars, the Rockwaller one, like that was where we pushed our main beats. We were fortunate enough that Chris's cousin had an in, and it just put us. Our first placement was just handed to us. So once it was handed to us, we thought, hey, this shit is easy. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, later on we found out it's not as easy as,
it's not.
It was. But that's super dope, man. That, like, the whole everything that you're packaging out and putting together, I think we needed to hear it at this time and to give it to the people coming into the new year, you know, because dude, if somebody could take not only your joint, I know New York Bangers is on there. You know, you got people who got hits. And if they use what you're saying, you know, they might not get the high grade beat, but they got a Doc-ish beat. Now it's on you to do what you got to do.
I know when Abe left, he recruited me, Half, and shit. I know I could picture his face, but I can't think of his name. Illmind. So
okay.
So that was what he was going to build it off of. Now, I wish I would have started, and I wish that my team would have said, "Look, if you want to do this, like, let's get a little percentage of the company that you're about to start up." You know what I mean? Like, even if it's 0.5%, you know what I mean? Whatever it is. But the problem is that at the time I was surrounded by old mind thinkers. You know what I mean? That like this is the way that everything's going to work. I don't know if Illmind still with B-Star, but I know Havoc, you know, still has his page.
Yeah.
So that was interesting when I saw that. You know what I mean? Because I was like, wow, I'm interested to know how successful has he been. You know what I mean? I just started literally yesterday promoting that I'm on BeatStars. I wanted to slowly put stuff up on the catalog. I think I got a little bit under 20 beats up on there now. But
you probably did it. You probably sold a couple of them, at least them. Are you looking to lease, or would you do a lease, or you just strictly wanna sell, or you doing both?
No. I'm not doing any selling. I'm just doing strictly leasing.
See?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
That's
doing
a good
strictly
point.
leasing.
Now, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
that-
selling.
And I gotta
No
ask.
selling.
I gotta ask too. Only reason I ask that is because some artists might not know the difference between a lease or a beat. Because a lot of these artists, they'll go for the feature route before they go for the producer route. You know what I mean? And to me, sometimes it's kind of backwards. But let me ask you this: we had self-service on not too long ago, and we asked him because he went to the Math Alpha show and he was talking about how he didn't get his credits, something going on over there, Murder Inc. and all that, right?
Right.
Do you feel? And he said his biggest reason he felt that is because nobody knew who he was. Like they knew self-service, but they couldn't put a face to the name, right? Because he wasn't forefront. He wasn't out there like that. You know what I mean? Do you think that was your case as well? And if so, do you regret not being like, yo, I'm the one who produced these records for Joe, for Billy, for Eminem, and you know what I'm saying? What do you think about that?
Well, the only beat I've ever had to fight credit on was the M. That was it. There's never been another beat that has been produced by Doc Ish that Doc Ish didn't get credit on.
So
you know what I mean?
Is
But
that a Dre thing?
was that a Dre Aftermath thing? What do you mean?
Yeah. Like, I mean, was Dre on his trying to bully? Like, yo, listen, we got
you got to think about it like this. You got to think about it like this. Dr. Dre produced. All right, let me back up for a second. Dr. Dre's.
We gonna go viral, people.
Yes.
We gonna go viral.
No. Because I was ready for it. Like,
So Dr. Dre is a very smart businessman, right? There's a lot of producers. I even started building my own production company. I mean, my own production team. I have a production company. My in your head, I started having producers under me as of this year, right? Gotcha. It took me a long time to get past that. You know what I mean? Whereas like, Doc, you don't have to do everything. You know what I mean? But so Kanye, Dre, Timbaland, everybody, they all have teams, right? So Dr. Dre's team has been producing Eminem. They're not going to let an unknown person or a person that's not Dr. Dre's status, right? Produce Eminem's first single off of him being on a 5-year hiatus. What does that show as me as a producer? If I let Doc Ish come in and steal the show, you know what I mean? Be like, yo, so Eminem's first beat came out and it's not produced by you, Dre. Why is, you know what I mean? That's not going to happen. Like Dre's not going to. He got endorsement deals all over the place with beats. He's not gonna let nothing like that happen.
I'm confused, man. Like, hold on. I don't want to cut you off, but make that part understandable. Like, because my thing is like, is it really that serious? Because you're a producer, you have artists that you've solely produced or mainly produced off for. Would that bother you? Like, okay, you doing Billy Danze project or the M.O.P project, right, and we just happen to do 3 beats, and out of the 3 beats, we collectively say this is the first single.
Right.
Like, it's real. Is that protocol or is that more so of a ego thing? Like, because we're not.
I want to let him answer, but I think what you overlooking is you talking about Dr. Dre and Eminem.
Well, that's what I'm asking. This is what I'm asking because I don't get into.
I was going to say the same thing. I was going to say we're comparing apples and oranges. Like, you got to understand, when people sit there and talk about top 3 producers, right, of all time, you know what I mean? Yeah. In the hip hop, I'm not gonna say producers of all time because then Quincy Jones and a whole lot of people will come into play. But let's just say of hip hop, yeah. Dre's always going to be mentioned, right? So you're talking about the Jay-Z, the top artists of production. So the thing about it is that and Dre's been doing this forever. I mean, you gotta understand, like, this isn't like a new stone that's been turned over. Producers that are well known. I mean, look at how famous Scott Storch is. And Scott Storch did stuff for the Roots going all the way back before he even did stuff with Dre.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, Dre has a lot of famous ghost producers.
So
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
I hope let's be clear. I know you don't want to say it, so I'm gonna say it. What he's saying is there's beats out there that Dre got credit for that he potentially probably didn't make.
No, absolutely.
He might have
Oh,
played
yeah.
a part upon. He might have did something, maybe touch a button or something. And that's crazy because a lot of people do that too. They'll sit back and sit in the studio and then all of a sudden just tweak a knob and now they executive produce a beat. Like that shit was always mind blowing to me too.
I always I remember I would sit in the studio and people were like, the last person that touches the beat is the executive producer. And I was just like,
Fuck
I don't
out
know
of
how
here.
where in the dictionary do you get that
No,
from?
no.
Where the hell do you get that? Because when
Right.
I was coming up, 18, 19, living in New York, listening to all these people in the late 90s, you know what I'm saying? It was just amazing to hear the shit that would come out of people's mouths, because it was like if Chris makes a whole beat and you add a hi-hat, you're the executive producer, not Chris. That was the logic. That was their theory. You know what I mean? But it was also, what I realized too was, it was also a lot of people that were trying to teach you, I'm gonna screw you. You know what I'm saying?
Teach you to
And
keep
and
you
that
under
that
them.
was the problem, was that a lot of people that I work with or I help out, I try to keep from getting screwed over, because this industry is built on
Cutthroat.
people being fucked over. I mean, let's be real. Like this industry is not like, you can't sit there and say Michael Jordan didn't score those 45 points. It was really Lil Bobby from down the street.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that in sports. Sports, we're watching people score. You know what I mean?
Right.
Music is all behind the scenes.
Right.
So it's just, there's so many, and then everybody's always fighting for publishing. Everybody's always fighting, and then when it comes to publishing, a lot is with credit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you
So
got to
do
have
you
X
think,
amount of credit.
before we go to On the Rec, which is the trivia part of the show, do you think the producer should get more than 25%
Of what?
publishing?
Of what though?
Of publishing
any song, or just?
Yeah, of any song.
I mean,
and
always,
that they made it. You know what I mean?
I think every song is different. You know what I mean? Like every song, I don't think 25% should be a number that you should even start with. You know what I mean? I think we should start with 50%. You know what I mean? Let's start there.
Talk your shit. That's
You know
what
what
I
I
was
mean?
hoping
I
you
think
go.
we should start with 50%, because
why?
you can't.
Why? Tell them why.
I don't know anybody that's won a Grammy. I don't know any artist that's ever won a Grammy a cappella. I don't know any Beyonces. I don't know any Billie Eilish's. I don't know any Jay-Z's or Nas's or anybody that's ever won a Grammy with a whole a cappella album.
No, that's a valid point.
I mean, it's so the thing about it is that the music is so important, just as much as the artist. The artist is really the poster child of the music, right? But so when it comes down to beats, it's really a 50-50 split. Then when you got writers, you got if you got to get sample clearance involved and all that stuff, then that's when you start to chisel away. You know what I mean? Then that's when, so it should always be 50-50. You know what I mean? Like anytime I ever worked with G-Rap or Billy Danze or M.O.P. or anybody, we always thinking 50-50. You know, we're not thinking like, yo, I'm gonna get this and you're gonna get 20 and I'm gonna give it, you know what I mean? If it's 4 people on it, we're gonna split it 4 ways. If we, you know what I mean? So it's just like
Everything
it just all depends on a lot of things. And then you got to remember too, you're talking about a writer side, a music side. You know what I mean? You're talking about publishing side, writing. So there's a lot of variables because it's a 200% scale. You know what I mean? So
which a lot of people don't know either, which fucked me up. Like they do say, "Yo, it's only 100%." I'm like, "What? It's 200%. What do you mean?" I'm like, "Oh man, we shouldn't even be talking." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you, I'm like, then I hit him with, "What's the PR?" He's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Yeah, we should not be talking because you don't know. We're not ready for that."
I mean, but the crazy thing is, there's so much to the music industry, and it keeps changing. So you just got to constantly continue to learn. But in any relationship you go in, it should be like marriage. You know what I'm saying? You should sit there and think 50-50. So like anytime, like if me and you collab and we make a beat together, I'm thinking 50-50. I'm not thinking like, okay, because I'm Doc Ish, I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna give you guys that. No, like when I sit there and I think of anything and we work together as a team, it's 50-50. You know what I'm saying? So right. So and then if if it's two producers, then yeah, you get 25, I get 25. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying to you is that in anything in life, I don't think you should ever go in with a number automatically thinking like, okay, let's start with 20. Never start with 25. Please don't.
Right.
Please go into it thinking 50%. You know what I'm saying? Minimum.
So one last question before we get to On the Rec. So Dr. Dre tried to rob you.
No, I'm not saying that Dr. Dre tried to rob me. What I'm saying to you is that Dr. Dre, Aftermath, the label, Dr. Dre didn't do anything. His attorney did everything. Aftermath did everything.
Well, it's the team. It's the team, and I mean, they protect their star players. So whatever needs to be done to protect them, they gonna handle it. You know.
Put it this way: they had a better team than I did. They had the Golden State Warriors. We had like a middle school pickup clinic basketball trying to go against the Warriors, and they just bombing threes on us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and the thing about it was that there's a lot to the story, but I was being screwed over in my own camp. You know what I mean? By my own management staff. So it wasn't just that. It was a whole lot going on, and that's why I said that was the only beat that
was ever any static.
Yeah, that was ever like that. That was something I will never ever go through again, because when artists will come to me and they're like, "Yo, look, I'll do this executive producer, sell this, for $500." Like when I see these kids online selling their beats for $1,000, whatever, I'm like, you're not gonna sleep at night when this like when those guys from these two brothers in Germany, they made a sample on Splice, right? And the producer grabbed it on Splice with the loop, made the beat, sent it over to M. He bought the beat. He got, paid, got publishing, got rights, all the stuff. They got 25 cents for the loop.
What?
Because that's what they got for the download, because it was royalty free. So the thing about it is that you got people all over this globe, right? That they're not going to sleep right for the rest of their life, because they always going to think about, damn, I can't believe, you know what I'm saying? So that's that's the ugly part about the music industry. That's why it's important to protect yourself and to continue to learn and continue to listen and not be subjected to, one mind thinking. Like, ask other people around, like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, like I said, it took me, I don't even know when Abe started BeatStars, but it took me from whenever he started to 2022 for me to jump on. And he's probably laughing like, yeah, Doc. You fucking
listen,
you know what I mean?
I want to say it's been at least a good 10 years, because when we started, that's where we went, was the BeatStars.
So if it was when we started, it got to be 12, because we've been.
That's what I'm saying. At least a good.
That's crazy. You would have been a multi-millionaire by now, because they getting it.
Oh, they getting it. Yeah. And you know what's crazy too is, again, this has made me organize, because now it's like I'm pulling stems. So every time I'm mixing everything down, I'm tracking everything out. So now I got the stems for this and that, and then it's like helping the sample pack, and then it's helping this, and then I got so many beats that are just sitting in the vault. You know what I mean? It's not worth it to me. You know what I mean? To me. So for me, people can say whatever they want to say, but for me, I like it because it's not only help organize my life and like sit there and say, okay, boom, I got this. Now it's like if I die tomorrow, they still got stuff
All
they
of
can
that.
continue
Yeah.
on buying. You know what I mean? And it's like,
Nice.
You know, it'd be crazy if we had a Doc's beat for the intro. But that's when I'm gonna say we're gonna go to On the Rec Trivia joint. We're gonna put them on blast. We like that shot, right? Put them on blast real quick.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is the part of the show where we ask trivia questions. They're multiple choice. I always win. Somebody wants to Google me for some reason. I don't know why.
Doc is gonna be that guy. So we had
Nah,
Lil
he's
D.
not gonna Google. He's
you
not
know,
gonna.
you know, Little D Raps from Coney Island. You heard of him?
no.
Lil D Raps. What from Coney? We had him on a few weeks ago. And Shad asked him a question. It was a trick. How it was worded was tricky. And he told Shad, "You wrong." Picked up his iPad and Googled him, and he was the first person we ever had on the show to do that shit.
Yeah,
it
no,
was
he
fucking
Googled
hilarious.
me live. Like, nah, I'm not jacking that question. Nah,
And
nah, you wrong. And then he was like, "Oh shit, nah, you right." And I'm like, "Come on, dude." But let's get into it. First question is. All right, let's see what it says here. Let's get this on the screen. Who produced Outkast Bow Tie? Is it A, Just Blaze, B, Diddy, C, Timberland, or D, Jazzy Fizzle?
Damn,
I'm gonna
I would
say
have
D.
to go. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Jazzy Faye because I don't think Just Blaze has done anything for Outkast before.
I definitely don't hear Timberland do. I mean, Diddy do something.
When you say Diddy, like when you say Diddy, you talking about the Hitman?
I'm talking about Diddy got.
You know what I mean?
Well, when you say Hitman,
no.
But when you say Hitman, there's different squads. You got varsity, junior varsity, pre-Biggie, after Biggie, Hitman. You know, there's a bunch of them. But damn, ain't nobody tuned in. Is fucking giving me an answer. I need something.
They scared. They got Doc's on. They know he a producer. They're like, nah, we ain't.
I know.
This.
Actually, you guys are right. The answer is D. Jazzy Fizzle. And I had to look that one up. I wanted to know what was something that Jazzy Faye produced that I didn't know offhand.
So you got to think about it. It definitely would not be Just Blaze. Like, think about the sound Just Blaze put out. Think about a Diddy. You know what I mean? But then when he threw what he said in there, that kind of made it a little tricky. It talking about the Hitman and Timberland. It was either C or D for me, but it made sense D.
All right,
because Amadeus is one of the Hitmen, and that's my guy, and he's done a lot of stuff for a lot of people from R&B to hip hop. So I could see, you know, if it was the Hitman, I could see them being able to adapt to, you know, the
that's
Outkast.
Diddy. That's Diddy. I mean, you know how he stamped it. All right, next question is. All right, let's get this going. Who produced Tupac's No More Pain? Just Blaze, Diddy, Timberland, or Dre?
That's Dre. That gotta be Dre.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not Diddy. It's definitely not Diddy. Let's get Diddy off the board.
All right. Okay.
The only reason why I'm saying Diddy is because
my man Frank said Dre. D
is because with Tupac and Biggie's beef, I can't see Diddy producing. So Just Blaze wasn't out yet, really that much before Tupac. That's right, because 96.
Well, he didn't have no big records at that point. You know what I mean?
Right, because his big record was Joe Budden single. So the Pump Up.
I was gonna say Joe might get mad. Joe might hear this shit and get mad, yo. He's sensitive. He's a sensitive guy.
He's a funny guy. But so what's your answer?
I would say D. Dre.
What you going with, Chris?
I'm going with D.
All right, the correct answer is actually C, Timberland.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Timbo.
The king. Timbo, listen, that's another versatile motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, you never know who, like, especially when you get to white girls, you never know who he produced for. Next question is, all right, let's get this in here. I don't know why this shit's taking forever. Who is inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame? Timberland, Jermaine Dupri, Pharrell, or Diddy? Shout out to Senior G. He's in the building real quick. While you guys are debating that, I'm gonna tell the people.
Who came up with these questions?
I did.
Oh, okay.
They good questions. They good questions. Yeah. See. Yeah. You gonna learn today. You gonna learn something on In the Studio with the RecBoys. We gonna teach something today. All right. We got a guess. While you guys are thinking about it, I'm gonna shout out freaking Tattoo Shop Radio. We're premiering tonight, 10 p.m. over in Ohio, powered by Zeno FM. And then also at 10 p.m., we're live in Canada. And that one is, Chris, help me out with that one.
Culture Shock Radio, powered by Zeno FM, also 10 p.m. tonight.
All right. Frank said B, Jermaine Dupri.
This one's hard because I know Jermaine writes.
Yeah, no, for some reason, I'm saying A or C. I'm thinking it's got to be Tim or Pharrell. That's what I feel.
You know what? I'm gonna go C. I'm gonna pick C.
All right. So far, the score is 1-1, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We top.
All right. Who you got? Who you got, Dockish? He's going with Pharrell.
Like I said, I think it's got to be A or C. So,
hold on. So if I beat you tonight, another person gets the sample pack.
Oh, that would be kind of dope. That would be kind of dope.
I lose a lot. I'm telling you.
How many questions are there?
There's only 6.
We got 6 tonight.
Okay.
We got 6. Right now it's 1-1, and you're on the third question.
He like, I'm not giving away another cent pack. I'm gonna win this shit.
He gonna focus up.
I'm just sitting there thinking.
Focus up. Let's get it.
I mean, I got a feeling it's Timberland, but I gotta go with Pharrell too. I gotta go with C.
All right. The correct answer is B. Jermaine
Dupri.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, dude, you gotta remember, dude. He wrote for
Mariah,
wrote
all the Chris, the Chris Cross,
Usher, like he wrote Usher.
Well, you gotta understand. I know that's the thing. He came up with Chris Cross and all that. I mean, his father. Yeah. That's what I was trying to figure out, like who had the longest career and successful to where they would enter the Hall of Fame.
Out of these guys, it's definitely Jermaine. He's been at it. The fucking
not only that, but his R&B game, like he's actually helped write classic albums.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So all right, next question is, who worked with Madonna for her 11th studio album Hard Candy in 2008? Was it Pharrell, B Diddy, C Timberland, or D Jermaine?
Damn, I know this one too.
I'm gonna say A.
Well, Madonna. Did he?
Interesting, huh? We still 1-1, so I mean, yeah. And we on the fourth question.
I'm gonna go with B. I'm gonna go with Diddy.
And Chris, you went.
I'm going with A. The only reason I'm saying A because like the one who could go. He's just that wild card.
Actually, it was C, Timberland. And I think Frank might have Googled that one. Frank. He said C, but it is Timberland. It is Timberland. All right.
Yo, listen, people. If y'all want him to give y'all the cent, y'all better start texting me the answers and shit, cause I'm losing, man.
Like, listen, it's 1-1, and we got 2 more questions. All right, next question is, who produced the Drumline soundtrack?
Oh shit.
Jermaine Dupri, Akon, Ye, or Timberland? Drumline. We got some drums in the building.
Ah, this is
Look
bullshit.
at
These
Dawkins. He's
questions
stuck.
are bullshit.
Look at
these
Dawkins.
questions are
Dawkins is like,
bullshit.
yo, he trying to focus up. Like, yo, the harder he stares at it, the more the answer's gonna pop
Yo,
out.
who produced Drumline soundtrack? Oh,
Frank said D. You fucking with Frank? Frank said D.
I want to say D too. I off the rip, I wanted to say Jermaine, but I'm like, no, nah. I'm thinking D. Fuck it. I'm gonna take a guess at it. It's D.
I got a feeling it's gonna be. I know. I don't think it's Ye.
Was Ye even what you call it? When Drumline came out?
When Drumline, the movie.
Yeah. He
was.
was.
He was running around. Yeah.
Drumline soundtrack.
I'm gonna ask the people that's tuning in. Should I give them a hint?
Nah, no hint.
All right.
Because I already said my answer.
No, but you can change your answer.
Yeah,
You got final answers.
All right, God, give us a hint.
All right. Think, where was the movie Drumline shot at?
Oh, it's got to be A then. If you say that.
Yeah. Because Timberland's in VA.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to go with A.
That was a good hint, huh?
You gave it away.
I mean, but if you guys would have thought about Drumline, and you know how Jermaine Dupri is with anything in Atlanta, he needs hands on. Look it up.
I ain't gonna lie. I was honestly thinking when the question first came up, I said Jermaine Dupri, and then when Chris went with Timberland, I was like, oh damn, he might be right. And then so then I was sitting there trying to think, and I know like Akon is sneaky and he does stuff that a lot of people sleep on.
A lot of stuff.
So that's why I was like,
all right, so check it out.
So JD,
it's 2 up, right?
Yep.
Last question.
Here we go.
Chris, don't cry, don't complain, because Chris likes to cry.
Now this is it for the meat and potatoes right here, right? This for the win. We tied up.
All right, let's get it. Who produced Justin Timberlake? Love Don't Love Me.
Hey.
This is almost like too easy, but those be the ones that you get wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck.
I already said my answer, but I'm curious.
You going with A? That's your final answer? Frank said A.
I'm gonna say C.
Yay?
Yeah. Didn't he produce one? He produced one for Justin.
Frank said A. Timberland.
Let's see if Doc has got me. Let's see. I was on a winning streak. If you beat me, this some bullshit. But let's see.
You ready? You ready for this one? The correct answer
and we
is D.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Go. Yo, listen. You can Google me. You can go check it.
Nah,
but yo.
Don't Google him. Don't Google him because he's gonna put you full screen and then he's gonna make a clip about it.
No. I got all that. Yo, listen. When you Google me, you gonna have to Google it just how it is, and my answer's gonna pop up. Then I gotta pull you full screen. Tell them look at your face when you ace. As soon as you say you're Google it, yeah, that's all I need to hear. But so that now it's a tie. Chris always gets a tie.
So you gotta have a tiebreak. You got more questions?
I got more questions.
You should know.
I got a throwback question.
Leave here on the
no. Okay.
Gotta win by two.
All right, I'm gonna go. See, my questions. I got older questions. Let me see what's on here real quick. See if Chris knows this one. See, these are questions that Chris got asked. I don't have any new ones lined up. I thought 6 would be enough.
Okay.
Yeah, but I got videos. I got videos. Yeah, I got some videos to get into. So,
we got enough time for one video. We sorry we can't play everybody's video because now that we on, the good people over at the Tattoo Shop Radio and also Culture Shock Radio, we are limited on time. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we got one video for you. I don't know which one Shaw's gonna pick.
No, I'm gonna play the one Chris promised to play. I have to hold.
All right. So these guys right here from Poughkeepsie, New York, they go by the name Sims, dope artists out of Kingston, New York. Let me get that right because they rep that hard and they'll be mad as fuck if I don't say that right.
Yeah, if you say
they from Kingston, New York. One artist is Sims and one artist is called Don Pablo. They just released this joint this week. So let us know what you're thinking about this, Doc. If you messing with it, we need to know it's REC Rec. If you're not messing with it, RECK Rec. And the people are gonna tell us in the comments as well.
All right, let's get into it.
City, you gotta see the city tonight. Oh my goodness, hold on. You gotta see the city. My voice is gone. You gotta see the city. Oh shit.
I don't pay attention to the shit they post online, so just keep me out your mentions. I got money on my mind. Nah, I ain't see your message. I was busy on my grind. Only keep them in my presence if they really on that. I don't pay attention to the shit they post online. Keep me out your mentions. I got money on my mind. I ain't see your message. I was busy on my grind. Only keep them in my presence if they really on that time. Look at the time and I feel the pressure and think of the diamond. She wanna fuck but I'm really just vibing. Said it was mine and I know she was lying. I book a flight and I'm changing the climate. I get a pack and they know the assignment. I call my brother, I know they be sliding. I drop an Addy and all of them. Numbers is better, so fuck it, we driving. Hard to get rest when there's so many sirens. Talking about killers and nobody dying. Day that I die, the whole city crying. They know I'm the GOAT, I barely be trying. Said he be back soon, he on the island. All of us real and all of us violent. Know how they thinking, they never would try it. Corleone lifestyle, I can make your wife smile. Fucking all the competition up, now throw the white towel. I ain't never like y'all, what you think I like now? You ain't gotta wait for smoke, we can roll up right now. I don't pay attention to the shit they post online, so just keep me out your mentions. I got money on my mind. Nah, I ain't see your message. I was busy on my grind. Only keep them in my presence if they really on that. I don't pay attention to the shit they post online. Keep me out your mentions. I got money on my mind. I ain't see your message. I was busy on my grind. Only keep them in my presence if they really on that time.
Dream of habits being rich. Phone get us a 3 to 6. Double kill, we don't need assist. But it wasn't me, I'ma plead the fifth. Big paper in the conversation. Big safe, no combination. I got the keys, any confrontation. We all on it like a compilation. Better run us a check, and I'm coming to flex. I don't hear talk if it's under your breath. You better say that shit with your chest, huh? I was getting peas out in San Diego. Always hate to see that your man was Fredo. Motherfuckers act like it can't get fatal, so I put it on the line and I ran the table. 666 on the devil's hour. Big splash, better get a towel. I'll be rolling up that Medi-Cal. Pissed off, I don't never smile. Full speed on the cash chase. I'm max to my last race. My own lane, so I can't race. Put their logo on my ashtray.
I don't pay attention to the shit they post online, so just keep me out your mentions. I got money on my mind. Nah, I ain't see your message. I was busy on my grind. Only keep them in my presence if they really on that. I don't pay attention to the shit they post online. Keep me out your mentions. I got money on my mind. I ain't see your message. I was busy on my grind. Only keep them in my presence if they really on that time.
Yeah, that shit was hard.
No, wasn't it?
That shit was hard. You know what's funny? When I was first listening, I thought he was coming in with the verse, not the hook. You know what I mean? So that's why it threw me off. But then, like, once he went into the verse, I was just like, wow, all right. And then, you know, it went back into it. Now I fuck with that. That was hard.
That was a nice
That's REC right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, listen. I know Chris got some shit to say, but I need to get this shit out of the way. I need a drop, homie. All right, I got you full screen. I need a drop. You in the studio with the RecBoys. I need the dockish drop. I mean, I'm putting you on the spot. Yeah, let's get it.
Nice. Back here.
Yeah, let's get it.
Yo, you in the studio with the RecBoys. It's your boy Dockish. Peace.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, listen, next time though, because we probably gonna get you real soon again. I need Eminem super producer Dockish. I need that. That's what I need. I need the truth. I don't need you to be humble to say I don't need you to be humble. I need you.
That's
to
who
be
I am though.
But you in the studio with the RecBoys right now.
We had Billy Danze on, right? And we spoke about you, and he said the same thing you said. Yo, that's my man. That's my man. So I knew for about a month now we was gonna get you on the show. So I've been talking with him, trying to get him to sneak on the show tonight to surprise you. because I know y'all haven't spoke. I don't know if y'all spoke recently, but I know there was a while there where y'all ain't really get to tap in because y'all was so busy, and then you got sick, and I'm glad, you know, everything worked out and everything good. But I was trying to get him to pop in tonight. I thought that shit was so dope, but I couldn't get it to work. You know what I mean? Because, you know, he doing a bunch of shit, but I thought it would have been crazy to have that reunion right here, especially with y'all chemistry. A lot of people don't know y'all chemistry. And y'all still doing a podcast?
Speaking of that, I'm glad you brought that up because I am starting a podcast that's going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to be like family type stuff, but it's going to be me and my daughter. And, and it's called Just Don't Understand. So stay tuned for that. So it's dope because I'm going to have a lot of people on and they're going to bring their kid on the show. So we're going to talk about stuff from a teenager's perspective. We're going to talk about stuff from an adult parent's perspective. You know what I mean? But as far as Dr. Dance go, we always doing stuff. Like me and Billy, I haven't spoken to Billy probably maybe like a month now. Probably right around the time I got sick. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But you know, that's my brother right there. It's my big brother. So, you know, we always, you know, like I said, we're doing a sample pack together that's coming out. It's going to be a contest. It's going to be a lot of fun because, you know, there's prizes, you know what I mean? So like one of the prizes is a placement on Billy Danze project. Another prize is a brand new MPC. Another prize is a signed U87 Neumann microphone signed by Billy Danze. Another prize is a Airbnb 2-night stay on the waterfront. So like we got a lot of people, a lot of endorsement, you know, got you know, involved with that. As far as the Dr. Dance, like we had the Dr. Dance show, and what happened was when pandemic happened, we got offered to turn it into a reality TV show. And so basically, with the youth program, it just, with everything shutting down at the same time, we couldn't do it. We couldn't pull it off because we needed the kids, because our particular our particular reality show was going to be based on our day-to-day scramble, like how we scramble, like every day, you know what I'm saying? Like going to do this, do that, do this, do that. And then at the same time, you know, Billy and I, we run a youth program together, which starts back up in January. So we weren't able to do it for the last 2 years because of the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I could assume that a lot is going to happen because for some reason, when me and him get together and we do stuff, it's like, you know, people start throwing offers and stuff like that of like, yo, this, you know what I mean? So it's just a matter of like us finding the right fit and everything.
Let me ask you a question before I let you go. How far are you from Poughkeepsie, New York? You out there in Master?
I think I'm two hours. I'm in Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh, you in Connecticut? Okay. Because the reason I asked is we had this gentleman on not too long ago. His name is Half Man. You call him Half Man, Half Amazing, and he's out there in Poughkeepsie doing the same thing. This guy's literally has a studio. He opens the studio for the kids from the school out of his own pocket. Nobody's helping this guy at all. It's him and his team. He opens the studio for the kids, teaches them how to produce beats, teaches them how to do camera work, picks them up from school, drops them off, feeds them, drops them off at their crib, make sure they go inside, like literally all by himself. So when you said that, made me think of them. You know what I mean? So salute to them. It's called Panoramic Films out there in Poughkeepsie. Salute to him. Salute to us.
Yeah. Shout out. Yeah, because I I didn't know other like In Your Head Youth Program. We've been around since 2007. Billy joined maybe like 5 years ago. And basically, you know, what we do is we get all the kids that have been convicted of violent crimes. So 99% of our kids are shooters.
Got you.
So
you
so we get a lot of kids. Yeah, like we got offered to go to Rikers Island to do a program there. But like I said, all of that happened right around the time with the we also got offered a tour to do 200 schools, and Billy and I were going to tour and do 200 schools, 200 high schools, and I kid you not, it was like literally like 3-4 months before the pandemic hit. But what we do is, what we always been, like our job is we do music therapy. So we help the kids out through, teaching them how to engineer, teaching them how to, make beats, teaching them how to write, teaching them how to record, teaching them how to, sing or rap, whatever it is. And then, we feed them, we help them out. We go a lot of times we have to go to kids' houses. We had like, for instance, we had a kid whose mother sold, all the appliances for drugs. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't have fridge, he didn't have microwave, he didn't have anything that normal people have in the household. You know what I'm saying? So, Billy and I, we did that's how the Dr. Dance show actually started. It was funny because we were raising money for the kids to help, a lot of these families out. And they saw us on Facebook and they're like, yo, the two of y'all are funny as hell together. Like, do it again. And then so we're like, all right, so we did it again. And then next thing you know, we started getting hit up by MTV and different people about the chemistry, and they wanted to see more. So then we just turned it into a show on Facebook, for a year. And it was, I mean, I had a blast. You know what I mean? I loved it. Like the contest that you guys have and stuff like that. Like, I love stuff like that. You know what I mean? I don't know if we're gonna bring it back. I honestly don't know. I know his manager is always on us, like we never should have stopped. You know what I'm saying? But
No, I get it. Yeah,
that's crazy.
But
do me a favor. Hit Diddy. Tell Diddy stop playing me. Call me. Get that revoke number for me. We may have to go run down Diddy somewhere in Harlem. Make that. That'd be crazy. That would be crazy.
Yeah, definitely, man.
But yo, listen, man, I appreciate your time. Appreciate you coming back on, man. Like, you almost like the alumni. Billy came on twice. You came on twice. We had a couple
Free
people
Jack
come on twice.
Yeah, the homie Free Jack on twice.
It's not too many we get to come on twice, and yeah, you guys are just so intriguing the story. And I know we ain't even break the surface again. So that means you probably had to do it.
There was so much more to talk about, but I always have fun talking with you guys. And anytime the RecBoys need me on here, I'm always willing to come. You know what I mean? Here and chop it up. Have some fun.
The kids' video that we played, I'm trying to work on a cipher, yo. So when I get everything in order, I'm gonna extend the invite. You know what I'm saying? So it's about 2 hours away. I take care of you, pull up, and just relax and because what we trying to do is just let the beat play, let the camera roll, and just let them get crazy. We got some animals, and I know you from of that.
Oh yeah, I mean, so I live for that.
That's what I'm talking about.
I live for bars. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the two that we showed tonight, they got invites. I got a couple more. A few cats from what Chris was talking about, Panoramic Films and the whole Final Score movement over there. But when that goes down, I'm definitely gonna reach out to you. And we didn't forget, we have a Blast Your Beats challenge coming up that you're gonna judge. We got to find another judge. Maybe we might have to reunite these two. Maybe that might have to be.
They working together. They working together already. I just was hoping to surprise them because I didn't tell Doctors that I was gonna try to get Billy. So I was just gonna surprise them and then the people could get to see their chemistry. If y'all haven't had the chance to go see one of their shows, I'm pretty sure you can find it somewhere on Facebook. How he says they joking around
Instagram,
and shit. It's like
Facebook.
Yeah, it's funny. You know what I mean?
We actually got a Dr. Dance Facebook page, and we also have one on Instagram too. You know what I mean? So
nice. But Doctors, thank you again. I'm definitely gonna reach out to you to try to get you on again at the beginning of this year, of 2023, and try to do something, make something happen.
No, definitely, man. Looking forward to it. Y'all can always find me. If you need the beat store, you need merch, you need anything, go to www.iamdocish.com. That's IAMDOCISH.com. The beat store is live up there now for any artists that that want beats or need beats, merch. You know what I mean? All kinds of clothing and stuff like that. and sample packs. I put up free drum kits every month, so make sure you go get your free drum kit, man. It's got like I think 150 sound. That's right. It's called 50 pack free lunch. It's called free lunch on me.
Nice. Yo, listen, can I'm gonna have my manager, this guy over here. I'm gonna have him hit you up and see if we can get some type of Rec Boy code where you type in the code Rec Boys and you might get
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like let's tap in, man. Like, yeah, no, I mean my thing is we cater to this. So why wouldn't you? Like, yo, dude, he's a dope fucking producer on his own right. So now he's doing all the work. I love the loop packs. You get what I'm saying? It's dope. I use them just to fuck around. Like anything that I've done, I try to stay away from that because I know, well, back then they were doing the licensing different when I first started messing with them. I don't know how they're doing it now, but we have a lot of them done from loop packs, and it's dope because you guys actually you do all the digging.
And so how they doing it now is they chopping it all up. So you could play it all as one loop, or you could take specific sounds out of it.
Oh no, and
absolutely. Go that route too.
Yo, listen,
so he's putting in all the work of the splicing and all that, which that's the time.
That's the time consuming part of it. No, absolutely.
That's why I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to listen to this loop no more. Like I want the drum, but damn, to get it, I gotta do so much work. I'm like, I don't want this shit no more.
Yeah. But Docus, yo, listen, definitely appreciate you, homie. I'm glad that you're feeling well. Baby girl is feeling well. The family's good. You're prospering. Keep doing your thing. Yo, listen, we appreciate you, homie.
Yo, appreciate you, brothers, man. Thank you again for having me on here, man.
All right, my guy. Have a good night. Easy.
And again, one more time, shout out to good people over there at the Tattoo Shop Radio, also Culture Shock Radio. Catch us tonight, 10 p.m., powered by Zeno FM. You already know you catch the Rec Boys right there every Wednesday night. Also, Saturday night, 8 p.m., Blaze 'em Up Radio. Make sure you tap in there as well. Thursday, this show will come out on YouTube, so y'all catch the footage there as well. We've been working. Again, salute to Senior G. Salute to Finally TV, Bunky with Tea Time with Bunky, In the Field Radio. Salute to all of the conglomerate. You know what I mean? And again, that man Senior G, he had a vision and he put it together. Salute to him.
Absolutely. Yo, listen, another dope interview, another dope show. Damn, man, we on a roll, homie. I had fun tonight. I'm glad that he had fun with the questions. I wanted somebody to win that second pack, but
you just reminded me. I gotta hit Bomber. You know what I mean? Get that pack.
I'm glad to know Bomber is in the studio. Bomber got some work for me, so I'm glad that he's in the studio, just like us. Yo, listen, that is our time. We love you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Make sure you guys tap in to all our sister shows, and we'll be back next week. All right, we out. Easy. Deuces.